So in Talk Nerdy to Me today, let's talk about our favorite Xander moments. Joan, would you like to go first?
Sure. I think the one on the top of my mind is the yellow crayon speech that stopped Willow from ending the world.
Yes.
I love,
Powerful.
Remember that. Yes.
right? I love his emotional support of the characters. Um, I consider that the bigger moment. The smaller moments, like when he paid off Cordelia's dress so she could go to prom when she had to work because her dad lost his job. Just those little supporting moments and that emotional support from him in that show. It's spectacular.
Yeah, it's he's the only one, right? Him and Cordelia, they are the only ones in that show that don't have any bigger purpose or special powers, or they aren't a werewolf or some other being. And they serve two very opposite points of the show. So the human side of it for both of them. Um, uh, I'll go with the Zeppo episode, and I want to say it's season 3. And what I love about this episode is it really just hangs that lampshade on the fact that he is this person without any powers. He's just there. And in fact, Cordelia makes fun of him early in the episode, saying like, "Oh, you're the go get donuts guy. That's your only purpose here." And all around him as he goes through his day, there's like an apocalypse going on. There's something huge. We as the audience never quite learn what it is because we're seeing the whole series of events from Xander's point of view. And he ends up mixed up with some guys that are up to no good and stops them from like blowing up the school by himself. So his non-powers power to help things not go bad. I very distinctly, my favorite scene in this whole episode is there's this melodramatic, the Buffy and Angel theme is going. They're both in tears, arguing with each other. You can't go into battle on your own. It's just that typical Buffy and Angel dynamic. And Xander's there going, guys, and they just flat out like, we can't deal with you right now. And he's like, they're good. Okay. And it's just this really powerful scene to see what life is like for Xander Harris in the middle of all that. So that's my favorite Xander moment. You got one, Rob?
I do. It is. I always think of when I think of Buffy, I think of like the last season and that last arc, the one with Nathan Fillion and the apocalypse is coming and they're really like ramping up to end all of these things. And in that season is when the Xander Harris character gets his eyeball gouged out, and he's wearing a patch over one eye for the remainder of that season. And my favorite part about that is the jokes that keep coming up that the character Xander himself are making about that. Like, oh, I'm sorry. I guess my depth perception wasn't quite good enough for that. Or like, oh, could you speak in, like, I couldn't hear you. Can you speak into my left eye? Or like just weird things like that where he keeps referencing it as like, what are you going to do? You can't just be depressed about it forever. You gotta make some jokes and do the thing. And so I remember those jokes as being just like kind of kind of shocking as far as like this tragedy and all the stuff that's going on, but he would always find those jokes to land about his missing eye in those last few episodes.
What a heartbreaking moment to watch that happen in real time when season 7 was like live. And how about the moment that he loses that eye and almost dies at the hands of Nathan Fillion's character is someone finally showing him what his powers were in the Scooby Gang, right?
Mm-hmm,
You are the
mm-hmm.
seer, therefore I'm going to make you not see. That just such a poignant, well written, and yeah, again, for all the troubles he had as a person, and there's a lot, uh, you know, in trying to separate person from character, he brought some humanity to a character that could have just been goofy and not been part of the Scooby Gang all those years. So,
Mhm.
best wishes to his friends and family, and obviously Buffy fans everywhere.